I made a mistake. I f***ed up, chat. All I had was one simple question. You know what? What's this Dune Awakening thing all about? I love those movies. The sand that kind of gets you high, but instead of red eyes, you get Chalamet baby blues. Big, big worms that do not like, they hate it when you walk on their sand. But I was like, I remember nothing else about Dune. So I figured maybe like a little refresher would be nice. Maybe before I face the wide open deserts of Arrakis with other players, like a sexy train conductor.
Dirty girl.
There were some other Dune video games, right? Next thing I know, I'm downloading 30-year-old abandonware and knee-deep in quicksand trying to escape low-poly phallic-shaped sandworms. My quest began all the way back in 1992 when an interesting set of circumstances led to the first Dune game being developed by two different studios who were creating two entirely separate games without either initially knowing. One would become a cult classic adventure game, and the other literally the birth of an entire genre. All right, Dune 1992. I'll admit, like, right away, I wasn't really super excited about this one. But then the intro started. I love it. Oh, sand sex. I feel very immersed right now. Let me take a sip of my pistachio swirl. It's like a PowerPoint presentation laced with peyote. This game was almost canceled twice. The publisher Virgin, they basically hated it. So the development team at Cryo Interactive reworked the entire thing and added a sci-fi soundtrack that was unlike anything else they had at the time. You know, this thing looks cool, but it feels like a toddler just jamming their fingers right up my nostrils. I don't care. I'm done with that. The game begins with Paul Atreides landing with the royal family on Arrakis, a sand planet in a faraway galaxy with an indigenous population known as the Fremen that for thousands of years have learned how to survive in this desolate desert climate. And avoiding these giant sandworms, with a chosen one prophesies to bring balance and lead a rebellion against the Galactic Empire. Wait a second. Is that a buffalo up on this mantle? Riddle me this. When were there buffaloes in Arrakis? The first thing that I had to do was find this like Gurney Halleck guy. We got to take the Ornithopter. They have an entire planet map, and you can click anywhere on the planet. It'll enlarge, and then you can see Fremen caves or Harkonnen bases or fortresses nearby. Hey. What's up with your legs, bud? I realized something that the movies don't tell you about the Fremen. I can feel something in you, but I wonder if you'll be able to penetrate the secrets of this planet. Okay, guys, whoa! This dude is making advances, is all I'm saying. We saw you coming from the other siege. You guys, you little Fremen, you little sand people are freaky. Each chief has a chance of being recruited for House Atreides to mine the most valuable resource in the universe. Spice. And I'm not talking adobo to put on your chicken tacos. Arrakis is the only planet where this substance can be found. And it's the whole reason that the people get the Dune blue eyes. It is the beating heart of the entire political, economic, and spiritual structure of the Dune universe. It's Kim Jong-Dune. It heightens your awareness, it unlocks ancestral memories and future premonitions, and the catalyst for Paul's story arc, and I guess mine for this video. What is happening here? Being exposed to spice traveling through all these sieges, Paul starts to have these messianic premonitions. What? Eventually leading him to Stilgar. What is this thing? Stilgar, who agrees to rally his people and then fight the Harkonnen, which is another group house that's on Arrakis. They have most of the planet. But Dune's combat isn't really much fun. It's a point and click game. That's why Virgin secretly, without Cryo Interactive knowing, hired another developer, Westwood Studios, to make a completely different Dune game. Two Dune games, same license, same year, except their game was going to go on to define an entire genre. But before that, we need to talk about something kind of important. What's the important thing that we need to talk about? Your future, dude. The sponsor of today's video, boot.dev, they have a question for you. What if you could learn to code and it was fun? So I says to him, okay. Starting off with lesson 1 with a realistic coding bug where players in a game are gaining health when attacked instead of losing it. I had to adjust the sword damage to take away health. And in doing so, I earned my first bit of XP by completing my first quest, putting me up on their global leaderboard, which gamifies the entire experience. Because boot.dev knows that the smartest way to learn how to code is to make sure that you're never bored so that you actually reach your goals. You also can't learn how to code if you're not doing what you'd actually be doing on the job. So you'll be learning back-end web development from start to finish, writing a lot of code in the Python and Go programming languages. In real-world applicable projects like building an AI agent. Not to mention, right now, programmers are in pretty high demand. According to Stack Overflow, the median salary for back-end web developers in the US in 2024 was over $100,000. And more often than not, with these skills, you can literally work from anywhere in the world in your own home. Go to boot.dev and try out the courses for free. Then use my code PLAYER2 to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Get out of here, I'm trying to finish Return of the King. It's technically not the first RTS game, but Dune 2 created the formula for real-time strategy games. Build a base, get resources, build more base, create units, and destroy enemy base. All in real time. So the whole fog of war, which is where in RTS games, you have a whole, blacked out section for places you've undiscovered yet. This is the first game to ever do that. This is also the first game where you get to have a command post and then you build refineries and resource gathering, constructions around it, and then build troops from barracks. How do I move him? Oh, wow. You have to go all the way back into this little mini menu to select move before you select attack. This is crazy. The music is nuts. I am pleased. Let me see your pee-pee. Yes, 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 yes. Some variation of this process is in basically every RTS game since. Without Dune 2, there's no Age of Empires. There's no Battle for Middle-earth or Command and Conquer. There actually wouldn't have even been World of Warcraft, as the first game ever published by Blizzard is 1994's Warcraft Orcs and Humans, which at the time was a pretty big controversy because they outright copied the art style of Dune 2. Come on! Kill it! You have attained the rank of Desert Mongoose. Did you guys hear that? I'm the Desert motherfucking Mongoose. So yeah, Dune 2, as it later became known, was really a pretty big game in history. And even with its 1992 DOS graphics and bare bones game mechanics, it still kind of feeds that RTS itch a little bit. Now after Dune 2, the entire franchise just went on a complete hiatus for 9 years, dead silent, only to emerge in 2001 on the PlayStation 2 to the very hyped first Dune 3D adventure.
I am not a little baby. Remember, I was in mother's womb when she drank the water.
WoW is right. So this one's actually pretty interesting because it was based off apparently a Dune TV series that happened in the early 2000s. Never heard of that before. That's pretty cool though. And Cryo Interactive, the same team behind the first Dune game we played, saw it as a perfect opportunity to base their next title on. Frank Herbert's Dune. The adventure starts here, but it also ends here. It was one of the final nails in the coffin for Cryo Interactive, leading to bankruptcy shortly after release.
But why?
Power has rid us of the Atreides, Uncle.
Oh my God. Nothing on this green earth could have prepared me for Frank Herbert's Dune. This is the epitome of what this game is. I've been doing this for 20 minutes.
Can you smell something strange?
No, but I bet you smell everything with that big old sniffer you got there. A big part of the early game is you gotta go find these main characters to talk to find items that you're gonna need to attack the Harkonnen Harvester. What kind of running is this, dude? I have not found anything yet, Mother. I'm still searching the sands. I'm gonna use my strong hand. Chosen one. I'm coming. Oh, he pooped it out. These are probably the least human-like conversations I think I've ever had.
You've never used an SOS jammer before.
No.
Spear missiles that we deploy are not potent enough to destroy
No.
What do you expect? You while away your time giving rings to women.
Did he just call me a slut? Ooh, let me go talk to the little person.
I am not a little baby. I could easily call you little brother.
I'm definitely your little brother. Motherfucker, you sound 30. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad.
I don't like this place.
I'm beginning to not like this place either. But once I got a thumper and a knife, and I was ready. I was ready to get out there and finally experience the exhilarating combat system of Frank Herbert's Dune.
Hey!
What the fuck, bro? Yeah, Dune. Oh, another victim to neutralize. Yes. And you guys saw absolutely nothing. Ow! 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 I am Paul Muad'Dib! And I'm dead.
Show yourself.
What do you mean show myself? I'm dead, dog. You're not being sneaky! Oh god, no! I'm gonna die! Okay, I died, so exit game. Restart the mission? So that was about all that I could take of Frank Herbert's Dune, leaving us with only a couple more games before I'd be ready to take on Dune Awakening. And it already feels like a tropical rainforest inside of this still suit. I think one of the best parts about the late 90s and early 2000s is the FMV or live action cutscenes. Yo, is that Stevie from Eastbound and Down? Almost every time I see these in games, it's almost like they went down to the local theater and grabbed a couple of guys.
A knife in the back can come from any hand. Perhaps even a trusted one.
Wait, why does that dude look like he was kissing a clown?
The Baron's spice must flow.
W. Battle for Dune is a pretty standard RTS, but I do feel like they could have added more voice lines for the units. All right, back to marching at once. At once. At once. At once. To this day, I can remember the voice lines from Age of Mythology. Prostegma. I'm so fucking nerdy. I'm like a quiet nerd though. Like not everybody knows it. Like you could meet me on regular life. They're like, that's a normal dude. And then you guys get to actually see, oh, nah, not so much. There's also Dune 2000 I wanted to bring up for a second. It's really just a remastered remake of Dune 2, so I'm not gonna play that. Maybe by this point I was all tuckered out on all the RTS games, but I didn't get Dune Spice Wars at all. It was just all clouds. Well, where are we supposed to go? Tabnin? Is this us? Oh, this is ours. This is our ornithopter. But how do I build more troops? That's shots.
Help if we can.
Help who?
Listen to the sound.
They're dying. They're literally dying. I'm not entirely sure how this works. What is this? Why are they attacking us? Oh, that's not good. We died. Visually, this game is awesome. Like for an RTS, it is beautiful. I like not just like the map, but the character designs, the art style they use for all the, you know, text and talk. Maybe I'm stupid, but it felt like they just dropped me into a pretty complicated system. It's not like your standard, you know, RTS module that we talked about earlier. And they're just like, all right, figure it out, ass. Kill him, faster. Oh, that's not good. We died. So with everything that I experienced thus far, from the point and click Dune 1 to recognizing the surprising amount of storage space that Paul Atreides has in his anus, the time has come for the final Dune game, Dune Awakening. Oh, let me try that again. Let me make my voice deeper. Dune Awakening. Hey, Dune. Welcome to Dune Awakening. I sound like Beetlejuice. Dune Awakening is a survival crafting MMO. You know, you gotta mine the rocks, and so you could build a base, and then make crafting benches to make the thing that allows you to get bigger rocks. But when it comes down to it, this game really only has two types of players: those with an ornithopter, and those trying to get one. The Scout Ornithopter is a marvel in made-up sci-fi technology. If you're tired of walking through the desert like a thirsty sand pilgrim, frying in the hot Arrakis sun like a slice of truffle pig pork belly sizzling at the bottom of a rusty cast iron skillet, you only have two options. Become a lady of the night, relegating yourself to servicing daywalkers to completion for 25 Solari a trick. Okay, I coughed. You can let go now. Please let go. Or you can get yourself a state-of-the-art liquid-cooled fuel cell engine powered by fusion in the souls of 1,000 Freeman war orphans to lift you to any destination your dehydrated little heart desires with flappy dragonfly wings. I wanted one so bad. It was clear that this is what I had played all the Dune games for. How many bad guys was I gonna have to kill? How much Solari did I need to buy one? What kind of boss would I have to fight, you know? But my quest for a Scout Ornithopter was a lot more like a circle of suffering, gathering resources across a deadly hellscape. This is my boy, Schweck 4. I like it. I like it's blue and it's shooting the lava ropes. Can I make that jump? I feel like I can make that jump. Oh, do you need water?
Oh, I got lots of blood. I just, I just don't give a shit.
Oh, fair enough. Pants. Shoes. Makeshift light jacket. Avoiding the worms. Ah! Run! Run! Ah! Anywhere there's not rocks, there's worms. The completely fresh and unique game mechanic of climbing up really, really, really high, just to survey an area, revealing all the nearby locations and POIs on your map. What the fuck? Super fresh. Yo, the heat, the sunlight kills you, literally. We get a little heated. Let's hydrate some. Arrakis is not a planet of abundant water. I don't know if you knew that yet. Really, the only way that I mostly kept hydrated was getting the dew off of the tops of flowers and then extracting the blood of my foes. Maybe a little bit of pee. Doesn't matter. Drink everything. Welcome to Arrakis. The spice must flow! Yet the most sadistic thing that this game does is, let's say you're ready to craft an ornithopter. You did it, baby! Except, oh wait, you forgot one. You need a whole nother stack of this other sci-fi rock. Not too hard. I'll just go get some. I got a big buggy now. It's got a laser on it. But wait, to get it, we're gonna need all the material that you just gathered to craft the thing so that you can go get the other final rock that you need. You go to cry, but you can't because you didn't drink enough pee-pee out of your stillsuit straw to liquefy your tears. This isn't a crafting system. This is a philosophical puzzle designed to destroy the weak. Don't pass. Don't cross this line.
Why?
I'm taller, so that's something. Once you build an Orny, not only do you fly across the desert with full freedom, giving the finger to all the moist boys on the ground that are still sloshing around in their still suits, but you get access to an entirely new map that's only accessible by air. As soon as I flew over those mountains, though, I could see a massive explosion in the distance. And that's when I found out where sandworms come from, which is good because I was really mentally struggling with trying to figure out how the mating sequence would work for those things. Look at all the ornithopters coming in. This is crazy. So these microorganisms carrying water, they all gather somewhere at some little spot in the desert. Millions, billions of them. At some point, there's an eruption, creating two things: a baby sandworm and this purple stuff known as spice. So if you want to get a lot at one time, this is the place in the game to do it. But up to this point, outside of a few occasions, the entire game has been PvE for me. The deep desert, this other map, is the PvP zone. Homie! No! How do I do this? I was fully expecting kill on sight, but what I got was so much better. It was like a bunch of dudes with trust issues and emotional damage. I was able to pretty much get all the spice that I wanted. I would wait for people to like harvest the spice up and then just swoop in. And as soon as I went to land, all the other guys would just fly away on their little ornithopters, terrified of me. So I dipped with a bunch of spice loaded up into my ornithopter, but I hadn't been paying attention to my fuel meter and I ran out in literally the worst place possible. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink, baby, please. This isn't good. No! I lost my dignity, my orny, and enough spice to cover an entire weekend at Charlie Sheen's. But I did learn something, possibly the most important thing of all. I've commanded entire armies, seamlessly concealed 4-foot steel rods up my ass, and experienced the evolution of over 30 years in the digital world of Arrakis. But only as I sunk there in the quicksand did I finally really understand what Dune is all about. Likely what Frank Herbert was going for when he wrote the books. It's not about war. It's not about spice, finding the perfect baby names. It's about finding joy in suffering. As you drown, probably pretty painfully, in sand, you realize every day I drink my own pee. I can't walk safely around 98% of this planet without, at any moment, potentially being swallowed alive. Maybe. Just maybe. Living on a desert planet sucks moose balls.